Good morning, everyone. I'm Obi Young. I'm the president of the National Aviation Safety Foundation, and one of our major projects is the Florida Aviation Network. And what the Florida Aviation Network does is we promote aviation and aviation safety. We actually started about 32 years ago in 1993 when I was with the Federal Aviation Agency with the federal government as an accident prevention specialist working with accident prevention counselors, which is a volunteer portion of the program. Over the years, we're growing from one studio environment to terrestrial broadcast to what we're doing today. Working over the internet, we've had a challenge as far as connectivity. Thanks to our good friends in South Florida at Neiman Electronics, they've helped us with making sure that we've got the right equipment and the right wiring to make sure that we're doing a professional job. Years ago, in the early stages of the Florida Aviation Network, we were at an industry event, and I forget if it was NAB or Infocom or something like that. We ran across this booth, and Ben was there. And with his background in aviation and the Civil Air Patrol, and my background in aviation and the Civil Air Patrol, we had a mutual love for what we were trying to do. That's aviation and aviation safety. Years ago when we were at the FAA Production Studios, or FAA Safety Center as it's called, we were working with the Florida Aviation Network, and we were using broadcast cameras, which I think were Hitachi tube type cameras, and later we were using Sony cameras. The cabling, wow, what a challenge. I guess it was 32 pin cable, I think it was, and vector scopes and waveform monitors, and cable was running all over the world. Then Ben and Neiman Electronics provided us with the cabling for Sony professional cameras, and I think later we went to Hitachi again, then ended up with Ikegami, and various cables that we were using. I think it was Tri-X with the Ikegami. And most recently, operations that we've done was a real eye-opener for me. When we went from 720 to 1080, and we were working towards 4K. But when we're working over the internet, we look at the value compared to the cost of doing it. And I thought it would be quick and easy, no problem. And we were shortening the cables for reach for the studio. And then we're also moving different ClearCom cables and units, various places in the studio, what I thought it was going to be. I told my board it would be inexpensive and quick and easy. Not so. One of the things that we had started in the past was our intern program, where we had an outreach with young people, boys and girls, young men and women from the ages of 16 to 21 years old. And Tweet Coleman Scholarship funded this as we enabled them to learn about aviation and aviation safety, at the same time about television broadcast, and things as simple as you would think about, like cable wraps around your arm. No, that's not right. We're pilots, we're flight instructors, we're mechanics, but we also need to get the message across the best way we can, in a professional way. And thanks to Ben and Neiman Electronics, we're able to do so as we change from one format to another, terrestrial broadcast to internet broadcast.